I'm gonna assume that's one of the endlessly repeating ones. That actually no, that looks like one of the endlessly repeating ones.
You got too many teeth to be a scabber.
I can do a couple of them anyway. How do I make items you need light up? Tag them for search at a workshop. That's all I did. Hey, Shisha! How's it going? How was Japan? I don't know. I don't know about that either, really, Martian. Maybe it was one of my perks. Ah, there we go. It's Scrapper. Items with favorited components are highlighted. That's what it was. I was wondering what had given it to me. But it's Scrapper rank 2, I guess. How am I more likely to hit his right arm than anything else? Your internet is dying. No! The Russian translation doesn't have the lighted up part. Well, apparently that's what does it, so... Ah.
This is what death looks like up close.
Chained on the other side.
I'm not a heartless bastard that hates everyone. I'm just a bastard that doesn't care about many people.
You humans made us. Now suffer for your arrogance.
Because once I care about people, I don't often stop. Where's that girl who sounds like Nyanas? That would be Cresta. Yes. Yes. She's a streamer as well. You can go and follow her, although she hasn't been streaming this week. Think she's been busy with work. You like the abuse.
Let's get this over.
Well then. The thing... How can I not hit you? The things I could say. Of all the weapons to give me. He said hot potato. Amazing. If we ever meet in real life, remind me to wear a gas mask. You don't want to catch the emo. Is that because of my whole emotional statement? I used to be an emo, I'm not anymore. Don't have to worry about that. Not contagious. Are we doing Ring Around the Rosie? Seriously?
Let's play.
Of course I care about you, Shisha.
Opening fire. Let's get close, you.
That's it.
Is that just some legs? It's just some legs. Sorry. They were just legs hanging. Oh god. Angsty teenager is worse than AIDS. What about an angsty teenager with AIDS? Do they have shots for that? What does angsty mean? Full of angst? Angst is... It's kind of like the, pent-up aggression and... I'm not entirely sure how to describe it properly. It's like, you know, when a teenager is being rebellious, that's like... that's part of their angst. It's like... angst is like a rebelliousness, stuff like that. You'd be better off just Googling it. I'm doing a shit job at explaining it. I live in a first world country with all the commodities and I hate everyone and constantly suffer from my parents and friends because I am a fucking idiot. Angst. Yeah. But a lot of it is angst. A large part of it is like going against authoritative figures such as your parents and stuff. I think. Like, it's not just, you know, first world problems. He's always kawaii. Listen there.
Word is, Diamond City is under opposition control.
Hey,
Neil is transmitting loads of information. At first glance, the atmosphere appears normal, but I'm going to dive deep into the data. I already lined up another place to stash one of my babies. If you got the time.
Yeah. Pam needs me. Okay?
For every synth that makes it out, there's a round on.
Where is Pam's room? Pam! Show me your circuits. Pam!
You really walk the Freedom Trail? By yourself?
Pam? Pam!
Confirmed.
Show me your circuitry.
Agent Bullseye has arrived. I have a mission for you. Without increasing efficiency of synth traffic flow, odds of entire organization being compromised increase daily. Solution: a new distribution center needs to be established.
I get to set up a new base. That's cool.
Agent's temperature is irrelevant to this conversation. Mission details commencing.
That's hot.
Classify the target location. Fortify position to protect current and future railroad assets. New distribution center will be codenamed Mercer Safe House. Good luck.
Okay. I'm sure that these are just repeating quests, but I have a feeling that by doing at least one of each of them, I may then unlock another one from Desdemona. I kind of just want to reach the point where I've reached the point in all of the factions that is like up to date with my point in the story. That's kind of what I want to do. All right, Shisha. I will see. Holy fuck! You next time. Have a good one. Love you too, Shisha. Have a good one. Yeah, we'll do some Smite at some point. Once I'm done with Fallout 4 and Bloodborne: The Old Hunters, I'm not going to have many new games. Well, I'm not going to have any new games for a while that I feel need to be completed soon. So, am I literally clearing the place out of radroaches? Okay. That's easy enough! I'm just hitting them with Martian's cock. It's infected. Welcome back, Dev.
Better to save our ammo, don't you think?
The welcome back message always makes you happy. So long as you don't talk for 10 minutes and your first message after the 10 minutes includes the word back in it, it will say welcome back.
Got it.
This has now become an actual thing. Oh god. Oh god. Another one. Another one. Why? Why? Okay, well, what do I need to do to this place to secure it then? Build defenses. Oh. Alright, fine. Get out the power armor. Oh, I'm over encumbered if I
Hey,
get out the power armor.
okay.
Preston,
You want to
take some of my shit.
No problem.
Pretty much the only thing I ever use you. Why don't you recolor power armor? Didn't you find any hot rod? Do you mean hot rod? I can't recolor it at the minute, no. Dog meat Preston. You use Preston as an emotional punching bag, asshole. He's used to it. It's fine. It's fine. Do you mean... I'm guessing you mean they're magazines? In which case, no, I've not found any of them. Can you direct me to one of them? Sure. Why not? Sure, there's perfectly good reason why not. Oh, come on, I got rid of the radioactive stuff, didn't... Yeah! I got rid of the radioactive barrels. In one of the booths around Vault 111. You did ask, you followed the rules. You did good. You did good job. I'm just clearing up some space so I can actually... That's a fucking tiny car. So I can build some stuff here. And it's giving me a shit ton of resources, so... Why not? Okay then. I'm gonna build a turret on top of the building. Why? Because I can. Ha 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 ha. That needs a person on it before it will provide any defense. I can build traps. Problem is that those require power, and I'd rather not build power at the minute. I don't think there's a water source around here that I can stick this in. Oh wait, no, that's entirely a lie. However, it will require power. So, I'm still shit out of luck. Now I need gears. I could have made a wind turbine if I didn't need gears. Apparently chalk is made out of asbestos. The more you know. Oh, it's the turret that's powered. Yeah. I was thinking, wait, why does it sound like there's a generator? Right, so I need a little bit more stuff before this place... You know, the aluminum canisters doesn't actually have any aluminum. I think it does, it just doesn't have much, doesn't it? Like, it has one aluminum, but it also has fiberglass and oil. Every issue of Hot Rodder you collect adds a new unique paint job for your power armor. I know you mean in the game. I'm still pretty sure that that's what it has. I don't have any at the minute. Aluminum cans? Cans? This one? Because there's the aluminum ones. But then there's also the tin ones, and the tin ones don't give you aluminum because they're made out of tin, even though there isn't a tin resource. Then I don't know what you mean. What is the thing in which you keep your motor oil? An oil can? I don't have any of those either. Oh wait, no, they're called used. Don't have any of those either. The amount of water it's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Well, aluminum oil cans don't have any aluminum.
Brotherhood sure knows how to take all the fun out of this.
Take your time.
Everyone spoke at once.
If the Brotherhood had its way, they'd probably want to eliminate hot
Hey,
plates, too.
just point me to it.
As soon as one burned them.
Over here. Got it. Excuse me.
What's on your mind?
I need you to get out of your power armor.
Sure thing.
I need to perform repairs.
Hey.
What is it? Sure. Here's my supply.
Where do you pick up some of this shit?
Ooh, come on. Let me carry something before you cripple yourself.
Cheers, Jesse. Have a good one. Just for coming by. Dude, where did you go? Oh well. There you are.
Okay. What am I doing?
Get in the power armor.
There's no way.
Get in power armor.
I'm on it, General.
Power armor.
Sorry, I can't reach that.
Oh, you're an idiot. Oh, in this one, I'm not over encumbered. In case you can't tell, Margin, I'm a little busy at the minute. That's my one. Where are you, Garvey?
Heads up.
Point it out.
Get in your fucking power armor. Get in. Thank you. So you said it was up by 111. Then shouldn't I have found it by now? Or is it maybe in one of the cars? Do you mean towards the thing on the minimap? So that way.
Let's go get some bad guys.
Or do you mean the other side? So that's the ranger's cabin that I've already been to. Welcome back, Dev. No, toward the edge of the map. So there should be something that appears on my mini-map. There is nothing. It's to the right. Okay. So it's to the west. No, it's to the east, rather. East.
Yeah.
Wait, no. So what? Here? Or here? Because that's left. And west. So it's right. So it's this way. But is it like in the, is it in the right hand corner? Or is it in the same corner as Sanctuary?
I think I got something over here. There you are.
That it? I see a light. Can you really not hit that? I see a building. This is kind of part of the reason why I don't like backseat driving half the time. Because it often doesn't really work. Backseat, like, gaming as well. I know I said driving there. You guys know what I mean. Just go along the edge of the map until you see a car on the mini-map. Road trip! I assumed that was an enemy. If it isn't, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Were you an enemy? I think that means they were an enemy. I think. I don't know. Could have just fast traveled to the fucking satellite dish. A legendary glowing mole rat. And I guess decommissioned combat drones. Margin, why can't your cock hit anything? You're fighting the legendary, aren't you?
Another one for the Minutemen.
And another bit of armor. It's always armor. I just can't handle your cock properly. I am not at all ashamed of that.
There we go.
I think I read that one once.
Strangely. I just want to check to see if it'll update my map. Wait, this is a... Do it! We just activated the robot.
Current objective: patrol immediate area and neutralize any hostiles that pose a possible threat to the U.S. military and/or its citizens. Do not interfere with security operations. Do not interfere with security operations.
I kind of want to kill you. I want you to realize this.
Do not interfere with security operations.
Where are your fusion cores? So I constantly have a 0% chance of hitting them.
Security operations.
We've got this. Just keep your cool.
I may have made a mistake. Whee! Okay. So we now have a paint job. That robot is arguably tougher than a Deathclaw. Deathclaws aren't that tough to me at this point. Even the legendary Deathclaws weren't that difficult. An alpha Deathclaw. Now that might be a bit different.
Minutemen, aren't you?
The oldest excuse of any time.
Oh, just wanted to say thanks for everything you fellows do.
Hey, I appreciate it.
We need more people like you. Here, take this. I'm sure you'll put it to good use.
What do you need, General?
Huh?
Only madmen could justify trying to wipe out an entire people just because they were made, not born.
Steelmen are worthy warriors.
Mind one of these at the agency.
Increases agility.
Tinker, tinker, tinker. Strong.
Dad's loved that. I'm literally just putting flames on everything. I'm like a 7-year-old. It is red though, and I do like red. I like it. I like it a lot. Problem is, it doesn't increase my strength. It increases my agility. Which is still good, though. Garvey, over here. Garvey.
Hey,
I'm listening.
move here.
Consider it done.
That is
Heads
what
up.
I'm gonna
do you
find
need?
out. I
Need something?
I need you to
I
get
don't
out of
think
your
you
power
can.
armor.
Sure thing.
I don't think you can. No, you can't. I needed that. I needed that. Actually, some of that needs repairing, doesn't it? Wait, it's missing the left leg because he's got it in his inventory. Gimme the leg. Gimme. Where do you go?
Look alive.
Just point
Give me that.
me to
What?
it.
You think all hot rods increase agility? Probably.
I'll try to make myself useful. No one wants to see a grown man feeling sorry for himself.
I can't make him put power armor on. That disappoints me. That does. That really does. The Brotherhood of Steel one and the military one increase strength. Minutemen and Vault Tech increase charisma. Institute increases intelligence, apparently. I didn't know that. Let's give this a paint job. I want to have all of my sets have different paint jobs, so it'll make them easier to discern between. We'll make this the Minutemen set. I can't. I cannot. Okay, we'll make this the military set. You can't paint every power armor with all of the paints. Just like I can't paint the T-51 in Minutemen armor. You can only paint certain armors with certain paints, I believe. Yeah, you can use the Institute one and you can use the Hot Rod one. You can use the Hot Rod one because you can use Hot Rod on all of them. That you can paint anyway. You can't paint the Raider one apparently. But yeah, you can give it military and Vault Tech because those are the standard ones.
I've worn out a lot of shoe leather since I joined the Minutemen.
Do I have the location Thundercat's Garage unlocked? I can't say it rings a bell. Though it does make me think of Thundercats. Unsurprisingly.
Well, if anyone could figure out a good use for it.
Why am I so over encumbered? It's not junk. Is it purified water? It's purified water. Okay. Yep. I'm not surprised. Why am I not surprised? Jeez. It's a good thing ammo doesn't weigh anything.
Seems to be growing well. I need to assign someone to this. I need to assign someone to this.
I needed more. Because with that stuff, once I have more of it being made, I can make cornstarch, which I can make the adhesive from. Those are things that I want. I'll make it.
You just say the word.
So I have enough purified water to make shit tons. I just need corn and mute fuel. Has anyone tried the impenetrable wall of defense? Has anyone tried to penetrate it recently? Okay. Enough fucking around. We need to finish making defenses at the railroad place. We need to keep doing the railroad quest line. I've been streaming for 3 hours now, and the majority of it has been base building. I've finally, like, actually gotten into the base building.
Hey.
Point it out.
Really, I should have a set of full Minutemen power armor and have Garvey going into that. But I kind of just like having someone following me around in, you know, beat up Mad Max looking power armor. I just like it. We can go around in the red one though, because red is one of my favorite colors. And it's got flames on it. But it needs repairing.
Nice.
This is the only problem with having a bunch of sets of power armor.
Yeah?
Nothing. I wasn't talking to you. Although actually, you. I need you to help us produce food. Make me proud. Give me food. You. I need you to also help us produce food. Okay? Good.
Seems to be growing well.
Yeah, Flames back in the early 2000s, it was, I'm not sure if it was just because I was young or what, but they were really popular. I don't need a bunch of this stuff. Yeah. Okay, so the power armor, this one needs repairing.
Boring. So much walking. Want to do more?
Strong's gonna hate that. Ugh. I wish you could just interact with the power armor bench whilst you were in the power armor. Oh, I don't have enough aluminum. I don't have enough aluminum. I need aluminum. I need.
What we building today?
Oh well. Oh well.
Where to next?
Now then,
All the
to
resources they've got, the Brotherhood could do a lot of good. Shame they want to wipe out my
to make
kind
this,
instead.
I need steel circuitry, gear, and oil. Oil is the thing that I don't have enough of. So I need steel, circuitry, gear, and oil. So that's just steel. Steel should be an easy one. This is why I need local leader. Okay, so then we also needed gears. And
Or something.
what else was it? Circuitry. Right, so we need oil. But can we make anything from that? Ugh. Please. Yes! I can't make the more advanced one, but I can make one of the basic one. That's all I need. There we go. It's done. It's done! Preston idolizes me.
Look alive.
Go ahead.
You have a minute?
Yes, please, please.
Well, I wanted to
Get
talk
rid of
about
you.
something.
Yeah, go ahead.
I've been thinking back lately on how things were for me when we first met. It was the lowest point of my life. I mean, all my
you hitting
closest
on me?
friends were dead.
Is this a confession?
Everything I believed in had turned out to be a lie. I'd failed everyone who ever relied on me. I'd led them to Concord, and we had no hope of getting out alive. The thing is, that was actually okay with me. I was ready to die. It was what I felt I deserved. It was what I wanted.
I would never idolize you if you treat me the way you treat Preston. Unfortunately, there are girls out there who would and have, not necessarily with me, but with worse guys than me. At least, I would think so. I'm not actually that
Take your
bad.
time.
I'm demanding and needy, but it's like I don't treat actual people as bad as I treat Preston.
You did your best, Preston. You can't blame yourself for what happened.
I knew it wasn't all
Now
on me,
bend over.
but I made my share of bad decisions along the way. I've got to live with that. My point in all of this is that, well, You saved my life. And not just by saving us from those raiders in Concord. I mean that you made me want to keep living again. I guess that sounds pretty sappy, but it's true. If we hadn't met, or if you'd killed those raiders and then just taken off, I don't know if I'd still be around. I think I would have found some way to, you know, end it. Maybe not by shooting myself in the head or anything, but just by not caring about staying alive. So I just wanted you to know that. How much our friendship has meant to me.
I said ages and ages and ages and ages ago that I really, really hope that maybe not even with Preston, but that there is a romance option with at least one or two of the companions of each gender, so that I had somebody to give the wedding ring that we stole off of our wife's corpse to. Whether or not they equipped it, I don't care, but they need to have it. So, we're going to save Scum until this works.
Have you ever thought about us becoming more than just friends?
Oh.
Nope.
Have you ever thought about us becoming more than just friends?
Oh.
Have you ever thought about us becoming more than just friends?
Have I ever? You mean you've also? Hold on. You kind of caught me off guard there. Let me start over. If you're asking if I've ever thought about you romantically, the short answer is yes. But I didn't ever imagine that you could feel the same way about me. I mean, I know she's gone, but you still seem to be in love with your wife. I didn't think you were ready to move on.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
I don't have to stop loving her to be able to love you too.
Really? That's fantastic. Wow, well, I don't really know what to say. We don't need...
You have reached the highest level of affinity with Preston, aka we're going out. You have gained the United We Stand perk. I do have a YouTube channel, Twinden. There's a link to it below the stream. But yeah. Okay, good. I'm so happy.
To rush things. I'm just happy knowing that what I felt, that it was real.
Sleeping while you have a romantic companion nearby temporarily grants you the lover's embrace perk.
Hey.
Go ahead. I've always got time for you.
Oh.
Get out of your power armor.
Sure thing.
Oh. Ooh.
Hey.
What is it?
Okay.
This is what
Preston. Preston. No. You can keep the wig.
Hey.
Just point me to...
Preston. I need you to do something for me. Preston.
Do it.
No, you can leave the hat on. Preston. My body is ready.
Yeah.
Preston! Preston! Dev.
What's up?
Okay.
Does it make sense now? The reason I treated Preston so badly.
Over here.
Okay.
It wasn't because I hated him. I'm just a really bad tsundere. Preston. I'm ready, baby. We can do it all night. And all day. Lucky for you that you can stream. You have a GTX 970 and an i7. If you try to stream Fallout, it lags to 50. Lags to 50? Do you mean 50 frames? In which case, that's not bad. 50 frames is, you know... Granted, it's not great, but it's okay. You're using OBS. You've got a pretty decent... I mean, I guess it could depend on your RAM as well, how much RAM you have, your settings on OBS, your settings on Fallout. Like, OBS is very awkward to set up. You have to find the correct bit rate and everything. You've got 8 gig RAM. Running Fallout and OBS with only 8 gig of RAM, that might be what's doing it. I don't know for sure. I'm not that good with computers. I'm not that good with computers. So your settings are 1080p at 2500 megabit. Okay. There's no point having it at 1080 if you're only using 2500, because that's in the 720 bitrate range. Just stick to 720. And I assume that's your actual upload speed. But I'd imagine it's the 8 gig of RAM. I have 32 gig. So my computer is like a little bit ridiculously powerful, deliberately. But Twinden, OBS, you can set it. The aspect ratio is completely different to can be completely different to your monitor. One second. So you can be playing the game at 1080p, but on OBS you can be recording and or streaming at 720. That's what I do. I have a dual monitor setup, so I have a 1080p monitor with Fallout 4 on it, but you guys are getting 720 because there's no point me trying to stream 1080 because it would be worse quality than if I streamed 720, because my bit rate is just within the 720 range. It's kind of like downscaling, but it's not, because it's OBS. OBS, you have to think about OBS as being different from your actual game. You can set your OBS to anything, any ratio, any resolution, and it doesn't matter because you can resize the game accordingly. It's not necessarily using downscaling, although that is something that you can use, but you can just set it so that your resolution on OBS is 720 by 1280, and then you can downscale it further if you need to, but that'll be what you're working with. It's up to you. If I'm honest, like, it's the kind of stuff that you have to fiddle with, and it takes time, and you have to find what works for you. But if you're trying to stream with an upload of 2000 or between 2000 and 2500 bitrate, just stick with 720, because 1080 isn't worth it. Your quality will suffer for it. Yeah, buy it. If you've got the space for it, buy another 8 gig of RAM, slot it in, and see if that works. I mean, RAM isn't expensive, so it should be fine. Yeah, I'm not talking about your upload speed. I'm talking about your bit rate on OBS. That's what I mean. If you've set your up bit rate on OBS to 4,500 megabits, that's way too much for almost anything. That would be why OBS is killing your computer. If you want to get an Xbox, but I'd try getting the extra RAM, because, again, RAM isn't too expensive, and even if you can't stream with the extra RAM, you should notice a significant speed up on your system from 8 gig. 8 gig is like the bare minimum for most computer systems nowadays. Like 16 is what you want, because then you can do most things with it. I've got 32 because I do shit tons with this computer and I work with it every day, so. Anyway, I'm going to get back to the game now, but I hope that some of what I've said has helped you. It shouldn't matter, but I don't know. I'm not very good with computers, I'm afraid. You have a song request. I don't do song requests, but okay. When you woke up, Preston said, "That was nice." That's nice. OBS, it's if you're streaming 30 frames, it's not worth it. Anything, if you try and do anything other than 30 frames, your quality is just going to be shit, or your bit rate is going to have to be too high. If you're streaming through Twitch, the maximum bit rate which they can accept is 3,500 on OBS. Anything higher than that, unless you're partnered, and it will just automatically throttle it to 3,500. The only reason you'd have a bitrate higher is if you are recording, but if you're recording, OBS isn't the best recording software, because unless you have a very powerful computer, or you know how to set up the settings just right, it's very lossy. Like, you'll lose a lot of quality. So, but always go with 30 frames. 60 frames isn't really worth it when you're streaming, and when you're recording, you need to make sure that you know what you're doing. So what is this video? It's Run DMC. You talk too much. Twinden. True, I have two 970s. However, your main limiting factor is either going to be your OBS settings, or your RAM, or your Fallout settings. Try running Fallout on the minimum settings, and try running OBS at the same settings that you have. Try just running Fallout and viewing your GPU usage and your RAM usage and your CPU usage and all that stuff. Then run OBS on its own recording your monitor, your desktop rather, see that's how much that uses, then try them both together and you'll see which one's worse. But why have so many streaming PC? Why have 2 graphics cards? Because I have a dual monitor display and each graphics card only has a single output. And because I play a lot of video games and I wanted to stream, because I'd been streaming for 4 months before I got my computer, and I knew I wanted to stream PC. And I had the money. You mean other streamers have a PC only for streaming? Yes. They'll have 2 computers. And they'll usually use a capture card to stream the footage from one computer to the other, so that one computer is only playing the game, while the other computer only streams. And that way it means that there's no hindrance on your gameplay, and that you can stream at the highest settings possible for your hardware. That's only worth it if you're doing it professionally. That's the kind of stuff that only professional streamers tend to have, or professional YouTubers. You don't need it, because unless you're partnered, you want your quality to be medium. You don't want it to be too good, because if you have it too good, some people can't watch you, particularly on mobile, because your bitrate is too high. Anyway, Twinden, I am afraid that I do need to actually play the game. I'm sorry. I hope that I've been able to help some. There is, I assume it's radroaches or something. There's something trying to kill things. Oh, it was a bloatfly. It sounds like you're still shooting. Okay,
Heads
Preston.
up. I'm listening.
No, I didn't want to be the one to get in it. I just jumped in it. The stream hasn't stopped, has it?
I'm on.
Shouldn't have. I'm still seeing it. Try reloading, refreshing, because I'm watching my own stream and I can see it. But it's an issue on your end, I'm afraid. What were you shooting? You're shooting something over here. Is it the Brahmin? Are you shooting Brahmin? On my second monitor, I have Twitch and OBS, as well as my T-Notifier. At some point down the line, eventually, I will probably make a video that shows my setup. Probably at some point over December, when I finally have some time to actually clean my room and set things up. Even though I've been living in this house for like 6 months now.
Hi.
Do you got a Geiger counter, bub?
Mine is in the shop.
You're HQ's new guy, right? Oh, thanks for setting up this place. Kinda wish you would have set up a cot or something, but at least it's safe, right? It is safe, right?
You shouldn't have any problems out here.
Yeah, this place is definitely better than the last hole in the wall I was at. It was literally a hole in the wall. We got a package incoming. You know, package. I've plotted out her escape route, got a new guy, new tourist that's gonna help. He's all ready to sign up, but he's got big problems. We clear those problems up, and our package has got a nice cozy shack to lay low in.
If it'll help a synth, count me in.
I knew I could count on you. I wish I could tell you what you're going up against, but I got no idea. I'll mark it on your map. Go there and do what you HQ types do. Then K8's all set. I'll make sure she gets out of the Commonwealth.
Okay. So, whilst Preston and I were fucking for 24 hours straight in a marathon, someone moved in. And their name is Caretaker. Okay. Also, I need to build a power source. But I need ceramic. Do that. Why? Why? You miss a lot when your dick's up another man's ass. True. Clearly, you have experience in this matter, Dev. Despite being a woman. We already have sentient robots, why not fight for the rights of Mr. Handy? I think that there is a difference between the synths and the Mr. Handys. Because, like, Nick Valentine has a very, very different personality to Codsworth. Codsworth is programmed to be subservient. He doesn't so much have his own will. Whereas Nick does. Or at least appears to. I don't know. You get into the... that's getting into the question of whether or not an AI is life and what constitutes as an AI. And what about Cleo? She is sentient as fuck.
Randolph Safe House has been MIA since Switchboard, but now we got one of their dead drops tagged. Des wants you to check it out.
I hope this means Randolph is safe after all.
It'd be nice to get some good news for a change. Once you take care of the dead drop, report him to Des.
Randolph Safe House 1. Right.
Glad you're with us.
Setting human-machine interface to 100%. Good evening, Agent. My data indicates Mercer's safe house has been established. Reward dispensed. Further help is required. I have the location of a Black Ops cache. It contains supplies our organization needs. Railroad Alpha has asked for you to secure the cache from any hostiles in its vicinity.
A pre-war cache, huh? This'll be interesting.
Unable to process verbal response. The cache is hidden in compliance with tactical counter-surveillance protocols. This RFID device will locate and unlock the cache upon close proximity.
Nice. That sounds pretty high-tech.
Correct. The cache belonged to the Defense Intelligence Agency. The DIA's technological capabilities were more advanced than many branches of the government. You only have to secure the cache. Runners will transport contents on a separate timetable. Terminating Human-machine interface.
Pam doesn't need boobs. Why does Pam have boobs? I think that's her power core or something.
Solving for Theta.
Or are they guns? They could be guns. For all I know, they're guns. Now that just reminds me of that one scene from Austin Powers.
Down here in that. This
Sorry,
establishing Mercer
Timmy
Safe
Tom's
House
got
is a
me
sign we're on the road to
by
recovery.
himself.
Thank you for that.
Desdemona.
If you need something, take it. That's what it's there for.
What? Because we both went, have you seen Austin Powers? I forget what their name was, but they were the robots that were... Oh god! They were the robots that were meant to distract Austin Powers. And they did. And I just remember their scene where they were going, these boots are made for walking. And that's just what they'll do. And one of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you. And then, it's just like... It was just so... That's a suicider. Okay, donde es suicider? Cider. Fembots. That's the one. And you just had the evil woman just constantly shouting. Like, Fembots, activate! I like Austin Powers, okay? You can't see the railroad as good guys.
Huh? What's that? What's that?
Oh, hello. Get away from the suicider! The suicider is frozen. He's fucking frozen! Okay then. Yeah, I mean, you are freeing synths so that they can go into a dangerous world, true. But still. It's, what they're trying to be is like the railroad for, what was it, the Underground Railroad? Which was against slavery and was freeing black people from slavery. And so that's the argument that the railroad is posing. And it would appear that synths possess free will, at least partly. So they are essentially alive. And you are freeing them from subjugation and discrimination. And that's what the railroad is trying to achieve, I believe. And it's giving the synths the ooh. It's trying to give the synths the same chance as other people. Well, no, I'm not saying that is what they are doing. I'm saying like that is the cause that they are trying to simulate, as it were. I mean, then it becomes the argument of like, oh, feminists only care about equality for women and they don't care about the issues for men, and it's stuff like that. You know, it's a question of politics and shit. So.
Look alive.
Because I love you. Also, I need to go back to Sanctuary and get rid of Garvey and give him a present. A very important present. Yeah, you have to realize I don't know everything about this stuff yet.
Yes.
So the Bloodborne expansion comes out, I think, on Tuesday, and I kind of want to play that on release, so we'll probably be doing an early and extra long stream on Monday. I don't have work on Tuesday, so we'll actually be able to stream Tuesday. We'll be doing an extra long stream on Monday to try and finish off Fallout 4. At least the main storyline. We will be coming back to it, undoubtedly. But yeah, that's the plan. Your brother is 26 and he starts next semester to start biochemistry. Good for him. I am both studying and have a part-time job. Twin. And yeah, there's nothing wrong with mature students. A lot of people in their 30s and older go back into education at university because they want to learn stuff. Nothing wrong with it. Warm or fuse? It was fuse.
Sweet.
Your back just cracked. Best feeling. I know how to give back rubs. The girls at my work would probably argue that those are better.
Protectron.
Ah, he's just an ordinary Protectron.
Anything worth grabbing?
I was hoping he would be a
Nothing useful in here.
a legendary. It's not always about the salary. Sometimes people just are interested in stuff.
Got it.
Personally, I'm unlikely to actually continue in my field.
What? Who's there?
Opening fire.
Preston and I have a very, very loving relationship.
I've got this one.
Just stand still! Hatch!
Yeah.
Nothing to worry about.
I wouldn't mind working in retail. Well, I just got some armor for strong. What gun do you have? As always, armor. Oh, an assault rifle, eh? The moral obligation that you need to have higher education to survive and be an accomplished higher being is a bunch of bullshit, but it is the reason why the large number of people go to university. That, and I'm not ready for real life. Two of the major reasons why people go into university. Two of the reasons why I went to university. And I'm now in the point where I'm realizing I don't really want to do this anymore. Still been a good experience though. I've just reached that point where I'm ready to just have a job and be done with the stresses of education, because it is quite a stressful thing. Always having exams, assignments, university, having your dissertation. The money stresses, because university is quite expensive. All that stuff. Likeness 3.
Yes.
Yep. Alright, Dev, cheers for coming by. Have a good one. Later. Becoming a full-time streamer isn't up to me. At the moment. There's no point becoming a full-time streamer unless you're able to get the revenue from it to support yourself. Otherwise, it's you basically just saying, I'm unemployed. It's not a job. I would need to become partnered or get a Patreon or something like that and have people actually contribute before I'd be able to become a full-time streamer. And even if I did become a full-time streamer, I would probably still get a part-time job and work a couple of days a week so that I got a little bit of money in and I had something to get me out the house. But I'm unlikely to continue in biochemistry. At least in something like biochemical research, pharmaceuticals, anything like that. Yeah, you were really enjoying it when you first started being a welder. You'd come on and be talking about it. It would sound like you were really happy with it and shit. But yeah, that's the thing, like...
Look alive.
Okay.
There's a career, and everyone thinks that you need to have a career sorted by the time that you're in your 20s. You don't. And it's unlikely that you will, really. That's just putting extra pressure on yourself. And careers are quite dynamic things, like, you can work in an office for 5 years and then go on to do something else, but it will still use your experiences from when you worked in the office. So that still means that it was a part of your career.
We've got company. Nothing to worry about.
YouTube is harder than Twitch. At least for the gaming criteria, because YouTube is so overpopulated. Twitch is... It's still, there's a lot of people on Twitch, but because of you being able to find people dependent on different games and stuff like that, it's much easier to get the first few viewers. To do a quick comparison, I've been on Twitch for a little over a year now. I've been on YouTube for nearly a year. I have 650 followers on Twitch at the moment. First things first, I never have that many people actually watching me because a large number of people come on, say hi, just say, oh, I like you, follow, and then never come back. That's part of Twitch. YouTube, I have been on since January last year. No, this year, sorry. And I have just over 40 subscribers. Twitch is much easier to get more people, but you do require a minimum of... I think it's... Was it 500? No. On their web page, I think it says a minimum of 500 average viewers. So that means that every stream you have to have 500 people on average turn up and stream a minimum of 3 days a week, or have 10,000 or 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, and that is the official criteria for getting partnership. However, if you get 200 viewers and stream regularly, and you get 200 concurrent viewers, I think they'll still consider you. Because a lot of streamers have gotten it at lower. They also have a caveat of if you stream something unique or have something unique about your channel, then you'll also be considered. If he used to be really popular, that may have played a part of it as well, and if he's been streaming for many years, that may play a part of it. Stuff like that, because the criteria may have been easier years ago. I don't know. PewDiePie doesn't actually put that much effort into his videos. He's found a very simple formula that at the time worked incredibly well, and unfortunately does still work with younger audiences. It's essentially play something to do with horror, or that it has some kind of radical aspect of it, such as Happy Wheels, which has the gore, and appeal to the younger audiences by overreacting. He screams a lot. He's very loud and he overreacts. That is very, very appealing to younger audiences. And before anyone thinks that I'm just being tough on him, I used to watch him. And then when I was younger, I used to watch him, then I grew up and realized all of this is the same. All he does is ever overreact. It's really fake. And then I moved on to Cryaotic or Chaotic Monkey, who's much more laid back and actually plays through the game and stuff like that. And he's one of my favorite. But yeah. So you got repartnered, fair enough. But yeah, PewDiePie isn't really a good example of a Let's Player. If you want a Let's Player, look at Garm or Sondoman on YouTube. He's a really good Let's Player, full-timer, plays through games, he actually plays through them diligently. Good commentary. He's a part of the Derp crew, which includes Chilled Chaos, who you might know if you subscribe to C-Nanas, because he does some stuff with C-Nanas. He isn't too popular at the minute, Garm. He isn't too popular, but he releases like 10 videos a day, and he is a professional YouTuber. That's the kind of stuff that if I were to become a professional, that's what I would be. You know, it wouldn't be little montage videos or the same game all the time. You know, like when I stream, I don't stream the same game all the time. I'm a variety guy. I play through games, and you guys are here to enjoy them with me. Not damn. Garm. G-A-L-M. It's like palm, as in palm tree, but with a G. Yeah, and there's a bunch of streamers that have been around for long. With streaming, a large part of what helps you get noticed originally, this isn't to get partnered, obviously I can't talk about that, but to get a few viewers so that you can start to build a community. Play a game that has been around for a while, that not many other people stream all the time, but has a following, something like Skyrim, Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy, one of those games. Have a decent quality, have a decent mic. That doesn't mean it has to be as good as my stuff is, it just means it's watchable and listenable to. Stuff like that. Stream regularly. Talk. Be nice. And then you'll tend to get some viewers. That's how I started. How do you even get recognized on YouTube these days? Very, very difficultly. The YouTube system does not favor the smaller channel. It favors the larger channel. Basically, it means that if you're large, you'll get larger more easily than a small channel will, unless a small channel gets sponsored by a larger channel. Consider Tier of Grace and Tomato Gaming. They originally each had 50,000 subscribers, which in the grand scheme of things isn't that much. They then began to sponsor each other in their videos. Basically, they became friends and said, hey, my video's over, go check out this guy. It's called networking. It's important as a streamer as well, but I don't do it because I don't have that many streaming friends that stream regularly. And they doubled each other's subscriber counts very, very quickly because they were sharing viewers. Stuff like that. But it still requires a certain amount of luck, skill, personality to get started on either of them. You cannot just one day say, I'm going to be a Let's Player, because it doesn't work that way. Streaming is a hobby for me. And that's what it is going to stay as for a long time, because even if I were to reach the point where I could do this professionally, it's unlikely that I would ever consider it a job. Ooh! Do you think gaming is easier on Twitch than YouTube? To reach a point where you actually have somebody watching you and it feels like you are growing at a steady pace, yes, Twitch is much, much easier. Twitch, in one stream, you can get 50 people to watch you if you play Skyrim, and it can be your first ever stream. Still requires luck, but that isn't unheard of. YouTube, your first ever video is unlikely to get many views until you release more videos. Until you know how to use the tag system.
Want someone to eat.
Stuff like that.
You're with the Minutemen, right?